Imagine a swimming pool filled with water as pure and clear as bottled water. A pool that has no chemical odor, is gentle to the skin, causes no health side effects, and is kind to the environment. Well, you don't have to imagine any longer. If you own a pool or you're considering putting one in, you can fill it with the purest water on the planet. For well over 100 years, chlorine has been the dominant solution for purifying pool water. But we all know that chlorine has had and continues to have some significant problems. You're all familiar with these chlorine-caused problems. No one likes the odor that chlorine gives off. And if you're swimming in an indoor pool, it's even worse. More about that in just a moment. Chlorine irritates the eyes, it irritates the skin, and can cause what's known as lifeguard lung, a burning sensation that swimmers experience in the back of their throat. Earlier I mentioned the odor from chlorine that we all know about. What you may not know is the main cause of that odor. They're called chloramines. Chloramines form when chlorine comes into contact with body bacteria, urine, and other impurities introduced into pool water. Swimmers, especially competitive swimmers who spend a great deal of time in the water, can develop asthma or bronchial infections due to chloramine exposure. The solution is the ozone component of the Live Chlorine-Free system, an innovative process of replacing chlorine with naturally occurring ozone. When the water is disturbed, you can actually see the millions of oxygen bubbles the ozone creates. One of the system's innovators is David Rockwell. David, to most of us, when we talk about replacing chlorine with ozone, it sounds a bit like alchemy. But can you explain how injecting ozone into pool water not only greatly reduces the amount of chlorine, but you achieve better results?
I like the word alchemy because it carries the concept of taking something commonplace and turning it into something extraordinary. In this case, we're taking the air we breathe and separating out the oxygen and using it to make ozone. Oxygen-fed ozone, when dissolved in the water, is anywhere from hundreds to thousands of times more effective at killing microbes than chlorine. But ozone goes a step farther and destroys chemicals from pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, even body oils and suntan lotion, things that chlorine doesn't begin to touch.
We do want to be clear that the Live Chlorine-Free system doesn't entirely eliminate chlorine, but rather significantly reduces the amount of chlorine you use over time, which eliminates its negative effects. Can you give us a simplified overview of the system and how it works?
We can design a system that runs on ozone alone without chlorine, but ideally, the system can be set to microdose small amounts of chlorine based on the demand in the water at just the right time, usually when bathers are not present. By doing it this way, we're able to make the pool a little easier and less expensive to maintain.
The ozone makes the water feel so silky and soft, and you're left with a clean and natural smell, not some chemical smell that lingers on the swimmer or their swimwear.
When ozone is spent, it turns back into oxygen. Since the ozone is constantly being replenished, oxygen levels in the pool increase. The result of this is water that has a silky soft feel with no lingering chemical smells on your skin or on your swimwear.
Earlier, I talked about chloramines and their negative effect in the water. How does the system handle those?
In order to create chloramines in the first place, you need two things: unoxidized bather waste in the water and enough chlorine to react with it and create chloramines. So we address chloramines at the very source. The ozone is constantly burning off bather waste so it doesn't accumulate, and the amount of chlorine that we're pumping is never enough to allow chloramines to form.
On top of that, the Live Chlorine-Free system is safe for people, pool surfaces, and pets. And it's the only environmentally friendly antimicrobial oxidizer available. It has revolutionized the science of water purification. Take a look at our second video. In it, we take a deep dive of the Live Chlorine-Free system and how it lessens the amount of maintenance for the pool owner. and gives you more time to enjoy the experience.